Um, okay, so okay, so maybe to start off, would you be able to give us a little bit of introduction about yourself and also tell us a little bit more about what you do? At the company, I think you are the founder or principal at FastSet, right?
Okay, so actually I'm very happy. First of all, I apologize because I was late for 10 minutes, and please accept my apology. It was not intentional.
No problem.
And secondly, actually, I'm very happy to talk to students from EMBA class, so we can be able to combine academic, let me say, depth and actual industry experience, and so we can be able to come back with something that is beneficiary to our industry. So I have been in this industry for 5 years, all right? For 5 years, actually, I want to send you a message. And actually, I'm an investor of a large public blockchain infrastructure, all right? So which is one of the largest public blockchain in the Middle East and Africa. Okay. This blockchain is accepted by Islamic Financial Service Board, as well as FastSet. All right. FastSet is exchange. All right. We are licensed by Central Bank of Bahrain for asset tokenization. All right. And we have closed several pilot tokenization project, which is very similar to STO. And I want to explain to you later. I want to share with you what is the benefit and also what is the problem of STO when it comes to the practice. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's exactly what we want to know. So yeah, I mean, like, go ahead and tell us, because that's where we want to find out. If STO, what's the problem right now? Because we have talked to some people already, and it seems like even for people who are in the blockchain crypto field, they don't seem to think that STO is gaining a lot of traction yet, or fast enough for it to be a good tool for raising fund. So what do you think about STO as a fundraising method?
Okay, like firstly myself, I'm very experienced in terms of in the blockchain space how to raise money. I have done ICO before. I have done through equity financing investment. Yes, I did it also, and also I participate like DeFi. And so in terms of STO, usually there are 3 problems I want to, from my observation, all right, I want to share with you. Firstly, in terms of STO, the regulation is much more, let me say, is much more tight in terms of STO compared to that. You have to, because the tokens you're issuing is considered as it represents the fracture ownership of the underlying assets of all underlying ownership of the company infrastructure. So usually, so this one STO, the tokens you issued is considered as the actual ownership of the company. So this will attract a much more compliance and regulation capacity from the regulators, which most of the jurisdictions is not in place at this very moment. You understand what I'm saying? So like in Dubai and in Singapore, in Hong Kong, and so most of the people, they lack very, very advanced experience in terms of the regulation of STO. This is number one, the challenges that is coming from. And so that is why, likewise, if I want to launch a project and I have to involve, let me say, a very complex regulation structure, I will hold up my mind. You understand, from the investor perspective and the other perspective. So I don't want, for the institutional guys, I'd rather go to traditional way instead of do STO. And for the crypto guys, I just go directly to the crypto side. Instead of come up with something in between. STU is a combination of the both traditional financial capacity and the blockchain capacity, but it's neither one of them. It's easy, so it carries advantages of both, but it naturally carries the disadvantages of both. So STU is kind of in a dilemma, you know, where it attracts a much more complex regulation liability, which most of the founders and investors, they don't want to do that. This is number one. Okay. When it comes to compliance. So secondly, I was talking about the from primary market. All right, from primary market, because you see, when either comes to the crypto or comes to the traditional investor space, it has different target audience. When you see, when let me say Bitcoin, most of the holders are institutional company from Wall Street. When it comes to the Shiba, you will find an ordinary guy from a restaurant. This guy is holding Shiba. This guy is promoting Dogi or Shiba. So the target audience is different. So from the primary market, when it is a traditional company, I have many options. I can issue a sukuk, I can issue an Islamic bond, or I can go to ABS, or I can actually, if the company is seriously qualified, has very, very good, like, let me say, potential and good financial statement, they will go to traditional way because they don't want to risk, themselves. So from primary market, and some crypto guys, they just go to DeFi or NFT, which attract less like regulation. So that is why when it comes to the primary market, the candidate for the STU is not always the first class. If it is the first class, it will go to traditional way. So this is the problem from the primary market. And from secondary market is that the STU investors is very hard to cash out because the depth is not there. The secondary market, the liquidity pool is not, it does not have any depth. So like if I invest in a STU product, it's very hard for me to cash out from secondary market. So generally, my observation for STU is that I can come to conclusion is that it attracts a heavy liability. A heavy liability comes to the regulation. This is number one. From the primary market, the best project will look for options and alternative ways instead of go to STU. So when it comes to STU, the project, the enterprise is not always the first choice, either preferred by traditional investor or crypto investors. And then comes to the secondary market. The secondary market, the trading volume is very low. The trading volume is very low. You understand what I'm saying? The trading volume is very low. So the investor is very hard to cash out their investment. So likewise, if I'm a crypto guy, I can easily have a 20% returns from staking. Let me say, if I have a USDT, I can usually have a very, very easy 20% from any platform. I can easily stake 20%. And STU project, if you like present, let me say 10% or 7% to traditional guys, traditional institutions, they're very happy. But for crypto guys, it's not attractive at all. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not at all. So I will explain to you. One of the projects is a real estate based in Dubai. It has been tokenized. After tokenization, the secondary market trading volume is very, very low. People are very hard to cash out. So the secondary market liquidity of STU, this particular investor pool from secondary market, there's no depth. So it's very hard to cash out. So that is why STU actually is very popular by is already, let me say, for crypto guys, is kind of old-fashioned. Is already old-fashioned for traditional guys. So like it's very popular by 2000 2019, a lot of argument, a lot of rumors, but eventually STU does not deliver. So the passion and the excitement in this industry is moving to NFT and the DeFi side. So this is from my observation. So in this in crypto industry right now, likewise right now, I own a factory in China myself. I own a factory in China to produce Bitcoin miners and other crypto miners, and also I'm doing exchange and stable coins. So in this industry, it's going too extreme. All right, either you have this capacity to connect yourself with Wall Street, like go through IPO, like Coinbase, I'm listed to the capital market traditional way, IPO, SPAC, all right, SPAC. So most of the mining companies in China, in US is listed to the Wall Street. So I'm from crypto space, but I'm using traditional way, typical traditional way to connect ourselves to the capital market. So I can be able to attract, make myself more accessible to the institutional investors, and also to attract liquidity from traditional people, traditional capital market. This is one trend. Another trend, I directly go to DeFi, and I go to NFT, which means like there's no regulators, nothing is here. It's only a gray area. Likewise, I've launched 5 to 6 DeFi projects from crypto space, and which means like I will just have to write a smart contract, describe this project, audit the code, make it transparent, everybody understand it, and we launch this project directly from like Binance chain or from Ethereum chain or from our Qitmeer ecosystem. So directly from there. So STU for us is kind of in between. You understand what I'm saying? It's it's like either you like Chinese food or let me say Western food. But when you combine both of them, okay, you lose the audience both. This is the way I feel about STU. Yeah.
Fusion.
Yeah. The fusion, after the fusion, it does not combine the advantages of both, and either it loses the attraction of both sides. For traditional guys, STU is a little bit more difficult. For the traditional bankers, for them to understand STU, or I either give from equity financing, old-fashioned way. And for crypto guys, STU is kind of like old-fashioned. It has a lot of liability. So that is the problem I'm coming from. And I can give you a reference, right? So last year, tokenized the Tesla recharging battery in Bahrain as a pilot from Central Bank of Bahrain. But after we launched this product, we have done a pilot, we have been regulated, we're in a sandbox, we have done everything. But there's no new guys that is coming to use our platform, despite our platform is in place. Yeah. Okay. So this is I feel about STU. I think that either go to traditional way or directly go to crypto. If you want to try to combine both, you will lose both. This is my observation. Yeah.
Right. When you say go to crypto, does it mean that more on NFT side?
Yeah, NFT side.
NFT?
NFT side or DeFi side. Something like that. You see, you have to understand. STU, why we issue token? Because in traditional space, traditional corporate infrastructure, invest the management, the owner, and the consumer is divided, right? And when we create a token, we will suddenly use that token as an incentivization mechanism to release the potential of everyone. So the crypto project, the transformation of your mentality for you to incentivize people, how to create trust. So you need to reconsider your economic model. The economic model is much more important than everything. We can use this platform, we can use this blockchain and another blockchain. So this economic model, because I believe you're choosing STU, is you want to connect and release the potential of the investor, the consumer, the owner, and the project owners. You want to connect everyone into this ecosystem and bring the liquidity of everyone and keep this liquidity in this pool, in this platform. And I think everybody will benefit when it comes to adoption. So you want to use a mechanism to drive the adoption of this platform, of this token, of this ecosystem. So you need to design a very attractive economic model about this one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, you will feel like the STU of the benefit is is more transparent, it's traceable, but it's not that concrete like a benefit, because people want to use this fund to drive. Why you are using STU? Because you want to attract more liquidity. But you cannot use STU to attract liquidity from crypto side because it's too old-fashioned, and you cannot attract liquidity from traditional side because it's too new. So this is my observation. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about?
I'm sorry, because my experience is very limited. Because maybe my sharing is very like I'm holding a conservative approach in terms of STU. I hope I'm not disappointing you guys. I just want to explain what I explained.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I mean, these are, you're an industry expert. I mean, we are not in the industry, and this is your opinion, and we respect that.
So, and also in Dubai, I can also explain to you that in terms of regulation side, actually, it's not like it is very friendly in terms of media, but actually it's not like that. Why? Because you see, when you launch a STU project, number one, because when you attract, you raise money from crypto side, you need to convert this money into fiat money to be able to operate the company. But actually, if your STU project, it's very hard for you to operate a bank account in UAE. You understand what I'm saying? So you have a very practical challenges like to run this project. If you want to go STU, you raise money through crypto side, through token side, and when you need to convert this token fiat money, and you have a problem with the bank. Yeah. So this is also one of the challenges. That is, if you the most of the bank in the world, almost from every jurisdictions are very resistant to offer service for crypto or STU project, because they are very resistant about this one. Yeah.
So because I'm not a blockchain or token expert, so I don't know if this sounds very beginner level. So but from what I understand is when you launch an STO, isn't the money still coming in as like a normal cash, but you're just using cash in exchange for tokens? I mean, so why would the bank be reluctant to?
Okay. I got a point. Because when you issue this token, you need to write a smart contract. All right. This is a smart contract maybe from Ethereum or from Binance chain, whatsoever. All right. So this token can be people will use two ways to buy it. Either traditional fiat money, and sometimes people will use USDT, will use USDC, will use Bitcoin or Ethereum to subscribe your token. So you sell out your token, and while there's a subscription of your token in the form of traditional fiat money, USDT, USDC, and other cryptos, which you have both. And this crypto, sometimes you need to pay employees, you need to run a company, you need to convert these cryptos into fiat money. And then you might have a problem. You need to have a fiat gateway about this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melvin, you have a question? No? Okay. So so I think you also mentioned, right, the people who invest in the crypto guy probably thinks that this is too outdated, right? So they would rather involve. So that means STO won't be able to reach more people, because according to some people, they are saying that, okay, because we talked to some token exchange platform in Singapore and US, they think that it can reach more people in different places, because like if I were to launch something in Singapore, I can get investors from across the world.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
They,
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a point. I got a point. Yeah. So you see, because of it's based on blockchain, so the physical location in our physical jurisdictions does not differentiate. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Does not differentiate. Because likewise right now, if I send money from this bank to another bank, all right, we need to require a SWIFT system, which is international settlement infrastructure. But blockchain itself is a settlement infrastructure by itself. You understand what I'm saying? So when you issue a token from a blockchain infrastructure, which means it's very transparent, it's traceable, and everyone can reach it. Yeah, literally, technically, of course, a person from Bangladesh, a person from China, a person from like Nigeria can easily access to your token. Yes, there's no issue about that. But how to convince these people to buy your token is another thing. You understand what I'm saying? It makes yourself available technically to the world investors. That is true. Technically, the technical availability will make all investors be accessible to this product. But how to convince this investor to buy your token is another thing. Because most people will not buy this idea. Most people, you need a lot of marketing, you need to involve a lot of partners, you need to involve this international operation, you need to have like local partners to subscribe it. Likewise, right now, if I'm an investor from UAE without local partners from here, or without someone to subscribe to, like an investment bank to help you to market this product, I don't think you can be able to attract any investment. So technical availability of your tokens will make yourself accessible to all the investors globally. But that technical availability will not automatically transform into the actual investors. There's a long way to go. Yeah.
So in the blockchain industry right now in Dubai, how is it right now? I mean, like, are people very actively doing like NFT DeFi right now? What's the landscape, the blockchain landscape right now in UAE?
I can talk about UAE and I can talk about the world in particular, because should I say the truth or
the truth
or something for the media?
We only want the truth.
Yeah. But later, can you guys share this video for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, in terms of regulation, Dubai make itself very appealing. You understand what I'm saying? Make yourself very appealing, very friendly, regulation infrastructure. But why Dubai is doing this? Dubai is doing this is not to encourage the local investor to invest a project outside of Dubai. Dubai is doing this is similar to Singapore. They want to use crypto to attract the liquidity from the world to come to Dubai. This is the main driving factors behind the Dubai's regulation infrastructure. All right, because China, let me say China, I was initially from China, right? I was from China, all right? So because China bans crypto mining, you understand what I'm saying? China bans crypto mining, and China bans a lot of crypto operations and activities. So most of the industry stakeholders will leave China for a place that is favorable for crypto. So Dubai, of course, for sure, because of this friendly regulation infrastructure and ecosystem, it attracts a lot of talent, a lot of projects, a lot of like operation capacity come down to Dubai. That is for sure. Yeah, that is for sure. But so far, because in crypto space we have three levels, right? Upstream, middle stream, and the downstream. Upstream is mining, all right, and mining and manufacturing. But mining and manufacturing is dominated by China and America right now, and it requires a lot of electricity. So the hash power of Bitcoin and everything mostly is dominated by US and China, when it comes to the upstream of the crypto economy. Dubai's focus right now is downstream, which is exchange. So most of it it issues license to a lot of finance and a lot of exchange in Dubai. So most of the exchange, because it carries a lot of liquidity, carries a lot of money. So their operation base is in Dubai right now. Yeah, in Dubai right now. And then a lot of the new concept that is coming to Dubai every day, NFT, DeFi, and remittance, and which is like Dubai is kind of, let me say, a small New York of the emerging market. So most of the money and the talents that is coming here. And for myself, I'm not particularly interested with NFT at this very moment. So I have been invested in one project that is for remittance, to use crypto as a remittance to solve the emerging markets remittance, international remittance. So this company is based in Nigeria. So it helps people to send money back to the hometown, back home through crypto. So that is what, and the way we involve a local settlement infrastructure from that market, and then that is business that we're doing right now. Yeah. So you see, there are three major factors, all right, in terms of blockchain business. Firstly, against inflation. So that is the driving factors of like in a lot of economy like Iran, all right, like in Africa, people are very hungry for Bitcoin because the local money is very weak. People want to save their money in Bitcoin to have more storage of their wealth. Number one. Number two is directly value transfer. Because US is not a country with capital control. Most of the country have capital controls in emerging market. So people are using blockchain and crypto to make sure that there's no suffocating when it comes to the capital moving. You understand what I'm saying? Number two. And number three is all this like NFT, about future, which is Web3 economy, Web3, NFT, DeFi. It does not generate anything that is concrete to serve the real world. All right, in terms of DeFi, in terms of NFT, and some of them very native digital asset, like NFT is very native digital asset. People complain about crypto that, oh, you don't have any adoption. We don't want to have any adoption. Crypto is an economy that is self-sufficient of its own. So don't expect that there's an actual adoption of a particular project. And we are doing this one is to be self-sufficient with this digital economy. The money and the liquidity is moving and circulating directly within this crypto space instead of going out for actual physical adoption. So this is NFT and DeFi. So these three main factors against inflation, international value transfer, and also vision and like the future expectation of Web3 are the three main driving factors, speculation, so of the crypto economy. So and the first two have a very concrete demand. As long as there is inflation, as long as there is capital control, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency will never die, because the driving factors to this the emergence of this crypto is always there. And the other NFT and all these new concepts will, let me say, comes and go. Because this year we talk about NFT. Last year we talk about STU. 2007 we talk about stablecoin. 2017 we talk about ISU. Each year where we have a new concept, all right? Each year, every 6 months we have a new concept. So maybe after 6 months we will talk about another concept. So it always change. So all these things is about the speculation of the crypto economy. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can I just ask you a quick question? The exchanges in Dubai, can I clarify, if let's say you put a security token on the exchange, do they accept USDT and USDC to buy the tokens in Dubai?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, they accept USDC. Okay, it's not fiat currency.
No, because most of the exchange, they accept USDC and USDT directly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because USDC and USDT is already a settlement layer of the crypto space between the fiat money. So it's kind of decentralized consensus for any jurisdiction to accept USDT and USDC. It's kind of a settlement layer, yeah, to connect the fiat liquidity and crypto liquidity. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Lula, you have a question?
Yes, actually, yes. Hi. Can I ask a quick question also about Dubai? You are saying that the Dubai government actually want the international investors to come and invest money in Dubai for whatever that would be, is STO or other cryptos. But do they, how can I say, like in comparison in Singapore, the local government regulate the STO and only allow the accredited investors to buy these things. Is that the same thing in Dubai, or
No.
are you open to everyone you can buy an STO?
No. So Dubai and Singapore is the driving force of Dubai is different. All right, because Dubai is a tax-free economy. You understand what I'm saying? So when you move your business in Dubai, you're making money or you're losing money, actually does not concern Dubai. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't charge tax. But what matters to them is what? Dubai is based on real estate. So, and visa issues. So likewise, you want to, let me say you have 100 people, you want to operate a business in Dubai. You have to rent office of 100 people, and you have to apply a visa for these 100 people, which also costs a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? So Dubai is kind of invisibly converts into the tax into these operation fees you need to pay to the government. All right. So their motivation to attract you to come to Dubai is that just come here, buy our land, buy our house, rent our office, applying for more visa to pay more money to the government. And what is your own operation? It does not concern too much, because Singapore is charging tax of your operation like 9% or 12% or whatsoever. So actually, your operation performance is very relevant to Singapore government, but your operation performance in Dubai is not that up. That's so relevant to the government, as long as you are paying the visa fees and the rental office, the rentals for the office. That is a totally fundamental difference. And when it comes to the operation side, Dubai is very, very, the government intervention is very limited. It's very limited. It's very limited. So, which means like you can almost do whatever you want. Yeah.
So basically, they don't limit the investors. Anyone want to buy the tokens we issue here, just come and buy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because you can apply. There are several several different free zones. DFC, DMCC, all of them issue different crypto license. You need to evaluate where you're coming from and see what you can do whatsoever. But once you have all this license and they don't have too much limitations about your operation, yeah, it's very friendly. It's very friendly, yeah. Dubai does not get involved with your operation, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. That is why like Binance and FTX, all these largest exchange are coming to Dubai, yeah.
Okay, but as we learned that from the US, Singapore, Europe, they all limit to the accredited investors, probably because of the reason that government care more about their performance and their profitability but Dubai probably care more about how much you invest here and how much you spend here.
Yeah,
right?
That is a fundamental difference. Yeah. You need to know Dubai's economic structure because they don't charge tax. You understand what I'm saying? So this tax is like is secretly, invisibly transforming into the fees you need to pay through the rent, through the fees, through the visa fees. Yeah.
Then do you see success for STO issuance in Dubai in the last couple of years? No.
No.
Okay. Then on the crypto side, the token side, any successful issuance in NFTs, utility token?
Myself. Yeah.
Okay. So do you use this utility tokens or crypto?
No, I was doing because you can check like that Qitmeer infrastructure. Qitmeer infrastructure is a blockchain. Actually, we operate from Dubai. All right. So, but we started from 2017. By that time, the world does not too much about crypto. That time, the crypto resource is heavily concentrated to China. But by 2017, and Chinese government bans crypto exchange. So we came to Dubai. All right, we came to Dubai by 2017, and in the last 5 years, we are running this project from initially only ERC20 token. Initially, we were doing only ERC20 token, but later we found out it cannot work, and we tried Hyperledger and everything, and eventually we are doing this Qitmeer Foundation. We are doing this. We are doing a layer 1 infrastructure, which means like it is based on POW, proof of work. It's like Bitcoin can mine. All the coins you have to mine. All right. And then it improves the performance, the traceability. Improves performance against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like 7 times per transaction, but Qitmeer is like 3,000 times per transaction. Apart from that, we also involve smart contract. So currently we have like 50,000 users, and our user is from Nigeria, is from Dubai, from Malaysia, from Europe, and also we sell out our miners to hash power to US. So a lot of second layer, a lot of projects in terms of stablecoin, in terms of DeFi that is coming up to this ecosystem. So let me say we are one of the native indigenous Dubai-based operation project in crypto space that is successful. Natively, indigenously, we operate from here. From here, you see the benefit of Dubai is that it can access to every market. It can access to every market. So you can touch India market. You can access to Egyptian market. You can access to Nigeria market because Dubai has all this population. So it's very easy to operate a business that is focusing on emerging market.
But can you approach the local investor?
No, because what we do is that the project is our project is POW, which means what? Is that this coin we don't sell it. You have to mine it. So we are selling our mine locally. Yes, we have our miners. It's like our miner. I will show you. Just 1 minute, all right?
Oh, sure.
Hello guys, can you see it?
What's this?
This is a miner. So this miner is based on ASIC. So this miner is like if you want to mine the coins of Bitcoin or Qitmeer, you need to use this hash power to connect to electricity. So I'm selling miners locally. I have many buyers from Middle East, from UAE, from Bahrain, and also from Saudi Arabia, and also in USA. I have my, from California and Houston, because I'm sending miners to the local investor. We don't have any problem because I'm only selling a computer. So it's like a physical asset that is I don't raise money from the locals. So that is one of the fundamental reason why Bitcoin is very hard to regulate, because it does not raise any money from anyone. So it is based on POW. So I'm sending my miners very locally to Dubai and from other GCC investors. Yeah. So from the primary layer, we involve POW to create the security and the decentralization, and we also involve DAG, which come up with scalability. From secondary layer, we integrate with smart contract, which means you can do everything. Even your S2 project can do from Qitmeer with something we can do. Because at the end of the day, because if you issue S2 from Ethereum, each transaction is $50. Let me say your coin is $10. If I need to transfer that $10, I need to spend $50. It's not reasonable. It's not viable. All right. So which means like the company, no, the industry needs some cheaper, transparent infrastructure to accommodate applications here. Because Ethereum is very expensive right now. Is only for big project. For small project, people cannot afford it yet.
So basically, you are setting a infrastructure, and you build a new block based on a blockchain. Yeah. And you basically is designing a next Bitcoin.
Yeah. No. We are not next Bitcoin. We can say we are high performance Bitcoin, equivalent high performance Bitcoin infrastructure in combination with Ethereum. Yeah. Because we also have a smart contract. Bitcoin does not have a smart contract.
Oh yes, yeah. That's right. Yeah. And you sell to the local people, the miners, and through the proof of work, they can mine the coins you design for.
Yeah.
And once this is mined, can the local buyers pay money to buy it?
Yeah. No, because the coin is listed in an exchange in Singapore. We call it GB exchange. So if like I'm a miner, I mine this coin, and after 6 months, 10 months, I recover my investment, I sell it out. I can convert it into USDT. But this coin is listed in a Singapore exchange. So anybody can register, either you're a local investor, whatsoever. You just once you pass the KYC from exchange, you can buy this coin from secondary market. We don't have any problems with that. Yeah.
So you basically you manufacture your miners in China and sell it in Dubai, and once the coins are mined, then you list it in Singapore.
Yes.
So you basically are trying to utilize the advantage of every territory.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you need to stay in crypto space. You need to let me say combine advantages of everyone, because when it comes to the manufacturing, China has the cheapest supply chain. No one can compete. 90%, 100% of the miners of the world is manufactured from Shenzhen. That's end of it. No one can compete with China in terms of supply chain. But when it comes to the hash power, right now US has more electricity. Canada and US have more electricity. So so hash power is from US. But US does not have a concrete demand for crypto. You understand what I'm saying? It's only dominated by Wall Street, all these big guys from Wall Street. But the real adoption of crypto can only take place and happen in Africa and emerging markets, like where traditional finance is weak, fragile, and expensive. Because like in Nigeria, to use the bank is very expensive, fragile, and weak, and there's no performance. Okay, people go for crypto. So emerging market, crypto adoption, and Chinese market, the hash power and miners manufacturing, and US provides the electricity, and Dubai combine all of them. That's my understanding of the world, of how crypto space should allocate different resources here.
Sorry for my stupid question. How can you mine the coins from Dubai, but using the electricity from the US?
Oh, no. Well, no. Most of the hash power is in China. No, most of the hash power is in US. And also, but we can use cloud mining. Cloud mining, yeah. Yeah, we just have to sell hash power to a guy, to anyone. And the physical location can be located in US. Yeah.
Hash power is not electricity, but it's the computation power, right?
Yeah, computation power. Yeah. We can use that one to an app, and that app we can attract investor from anywhere. Yeah.
So then you added another layer on that. Basically, you are using the cheapest manufacturing power capacity in China for the miners, and you are using the cheap electricity and no tax of Dubai, and you are using the high efficient cloud computing power in the US, and you listed the coin in Singapore. Is that right?
Yeah, and then the adoption is from Nigeria, because you see, when on this chain, when there's a transaction in Nigeria, that is let me say a guy from Nigeria is sending money to South Africa. This transaction will require a hash power to support, and this hash power actually is located in US. So that is why the actual transaction is from Argentina, from Nigeria. The hash power, physical hash power, is located in US. The miners is manufactured in China, but the investor might be from Dubai. Yeah.
So okay, let me get a clearer then. The miners, once you manufactured in China and put it in Dubai, now physically.
No, I will
the
put
miners.
some of them in Dubai, and we also put some of them in US. Yeah, but
okay.
Most of it is in US, because Dubai is the electricity is very expensive here, and also the weather here is not very cooling environment. So you need to involve much more complex mining capacity compared to.
Who are doing this mining work are spanning across the world, but you are targeting the users in the emerging market, right? In the Middle East, in Africa. Right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because basically you see, because of proof of work, basically you are a decentralized central banking system based on, because of proof of work, or a decentralized central bank system. And then it's also a decentralized SWIFT system if we involve a stablecoin on this chain. And then all these applications will be moving on this infrastructure from everywhere. So we have like a new crypto consensus that is not limited by our physical locations. We are combined and bonded and regulated by the algorithm. Yes, we are regulated, not by any physical rulers, but by the algorithm, by the consensus that is we are running. Yeah.
Then, okay, the sideline is that your major investors of this platform are from UAE, right?
Yeah, from GCC, Saudi, Kuwait, Bahrain, yeah, all of them.
Okay. Interesting. That's very interesting business model. It's an eye opener for us. And the second layer you said about the smart contracts, and I would guess you can also apply those tokens and NFTs on that.
Yeah, sure.
Potentially, right? And are you doing anything for the market readily now?
Yeah, we can. Our smart contract is combined already, because why we're doing a smart contract, you see, that in terms of smart contract, which is EVM, all right. So there are two largest ecosystem. One is Binance, dominated by Binance. Another one is dominated by Ethereum. Ethereum is very okay. It's very safe. The only thing is expensive, because the gas fee is very high. Because likewise, right, if you issue from this project and the project only raised $50 million, and the gas fee is very high, which means like your operation are not that viable. because each transaction will require $50, something like that, $40, $50, something like that. So, but it's very safe and secure. Everything's perfect. And Binance is cheaper. Binance is cheaper. Binance is cheaper, but another issue of Binance is Binance consensus is different. Binance consensus is depots, which is, we call it delegated proof of stake. All right, delegated proof of stake. What is problem of depots? That is, likewise, in Bitcoin or in Qitmeer, it has 10,000 nodes. All right, let me say 10,000 nodes. If we want to reverse a transaction, we need an agreement of these 10,000 people. But depots, no. Binance only needed 21 nodes that accepted this fund, which means like, let me say, you are sending money from Dubai to America as a transaction. Depots, Binance can reverse that transaction, technically, even though it's doing so. So this will cause a problem that is, depots is not secure. Let me say if you raise $1 billion from this project and you are doing it on Binance, and literally, technically, they can reverse the transaction from this chain, which means they are not that safe and secure. You understand what I'm saying? But it not happens. So far, it does not happen. But technically, they can do that. And actually, we launched our DeFi project from Binance Chain, and we found out there's a problem because let us assume your STU project. Let us assume your STU project. You are selling 1 million tokens. Each token is $1 at the initial price. It was studied from by tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Let us assume, all right, for STU project. One of the problems that is, the early investor will get a cheaper rate. If you subscribe by 10, it's $1. If you subscribe by maybe 10.30, it's like $2 because of hungry for it. But if you do it from Binance Chain, because of our node is a normal node, their node is a master node. So the master node will be faster than the normal investors, which will create that is, it's not a fair system for subscription. Let us assume you have a master node of Binance Chain. I don't have it. You subscribe this token price at a price of $1, and I subscribe at a price of $2. Even we subscribe it at the same time. So this is one of the tech problems we found out from Binance Chain. And so that is why we need to create something much more fair and accessible to everyone.
When you talk about the 21 nodes, means that the cost of fraud is much lower on Binance.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Sure. You see, it's like how we choose the president. All right, because in proof of work chain, that is, you need a vote from every citizen of this country, and in depots consensus, when it comes to the president election, only 21 people out of 1 billion people agreed will choose the president. So that is a difference. So which means these 21 people the majority of them can agree on something, which means like they have a capacity and advantages to do something that is against the interest of the whole ecosystem. Yeah.
Then on your second layer of the application, have you seen any investors interested in the entertainment business?
Actually, I'm trying to produce a movie in terms of entertainment. When it comes to entertainment, you would talk. I think you can talk about like movies and all this kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm focusing on the movie industry in Africa, and because Africa, like Nigeria, is a second largest movie producing industry in the world, only secondary to India. Number one is India. Number two is Nigeria. Number three is Nigeria. No, number two is Nigeria. Number three is USA. Anyway, this movie, you know, they're super, let me say, poor in quality, but they're super popular, they're super profitable because this movie is, let me say, each movie is $5,000, the production cost. $5,000, $10,000. If you have $10,000, you can produce a very good movie in these countries. So I'm trying to produce a crypto movie from Africa and then do it through NFT, this kind of thing. So, and we have investors from Africa and also from UAE want to help produce this movie, but it's a total different project. They're only using Qitmeer as a primary layer infrastructure, but we'll produce a different movie. Yeah.
So are you issue NFT to exchange for the investment? Is that right?
Well, we issue NFT to exchange the movie for the movie production. Yeah, for the investment. Yeah.
And what is on the back of the NFT? What kind of the right or the utility the buyers can get? Is a copy of the movie or a share of the IP or whatever that is?
No, mostly for the investor of Africa, their concern is a return of the investment. Like when it comes to the IP, and it's not the primary concern. The concern is that if I invest in this NFT, and then I can, when it comes to the market, there's a share of the box office and from the ticket sales, and they can get the investment. They're happy with that. That's it. Yeah.
So it's a kind of non-regulated tokens.
Yeah, sure.
Reverse side of STO, right?
Yeah,
reverse side of STO.
Yeah. Better do a project like NFT, something like that, because I know you guys are from, let me say, because you see, crypto space, most of the players are not elite. You understand what I'm saying? Are people, are ordinary people, because you see, people that receive EMBA class, people from Harvard and people from UCLA, so unnaturally against crypto, because you guys are kind of part of the establishment. You understand? As crypto is forming and another is trying to diminish that kind of establishment power. So I think that is, I don't want to say that.
Democracy. We call it democracy.
So I think that is like, if you jump into crypto, don't do step one or half step. Do it fully. Yeah, do it fully. All right, do a purely crypto project, and we are happy to support and even we can be involved of your project. I'll be part of it. And that's still seriously not attractive, because you just change whatever you have done in traditional space and make it on blockchain. Blockchain is only an instrument to support your traditional operation, but fundamentally your economic infrastructure, your operation philosophy does not change. So don't do step one, half step, do it fully.
On that, I'm getting a kind of impression after we spoke with at least 24 of the industry experts from different aspects. I'm getting an impression that is the word you used is the dilemma. STO is using a blockchain technology and target the decentralized financing, which could be understood by probably the younger generation, the youngsters, among the youngsters. However, in most of the countries, the regulation requires the investors only to be accredited investors, which supposed to be rich, wealthy, either person or institutions, which tend to be older or senior in age. So there is kind of a gap in between. Do you believe that's a kind of thing happened, at least from what you can see?
This is exactly what happened. You approach crypto guys think that that is not that attractive, and if you approach like a traditional person, they find out that there's not too much benefit from this STO adoption, but a lot of like associated problems that is coming up. So you see, to convince a bank to subscribe STO is very difficult in this part of the world. Yes. I totally agree with your observation. That is very true for this industry, a dilemma. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you. Guys, have you got more questions?
No, I mean, we only booked 1 hour of Mr.
Yes. Oh, sorry. It's well above 1 hour. Sorry.
Over an hour. So sorry.
Okay. Can I share? Can you later give me a link of this video?
Oh, sure, we can, of course.
And also, I want to offer my EMBA. Do you think I should come to UCLA or what?
Come to this program, UCLA and US co-hosted program. It is very interesting.
Okay, because I'm occupied by making money right now, so
then don't do it. Then don't do it. When you want to take a break, a tough break for 1.5 years, then consider to join this program. But yeah,
okay,
it's a very challenging program, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, I saw you guys are very well established. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, by the way, I'm from China as well. I studied in the university quite near to Minzu University. I studied in Beijing Institute of Technology, which is a Beijing.
So we are neighbors, right?
Yes, quite near. I always went to the restaurant nearby your university. Super good. Yeah,
that's great. Actually, I left China by 2007. Since I graduated from China, I was based in West Africa. I was based in US. I was based in Middle East. So I was moving up and down. But I was hardly to get a chance to run for my EMBA class. Maybe if I settle down a little bit, I would try to maybe join your program. Yeah.
Seriously, you can consider this program very interesting, and it combines Asian perspective and American perspective. They merge together. It's quite interesting.
Your background picture, is that Yiheyuan or something like that?
故宫.
Oh, okay. Forbidden City, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Yes, we've taken too much of your time already. Thank you so much. It's very interesting, very insightful, very helpful comments and inputs from your side. We really appreciate that.
That's great. So Tan, can I later have a share of this video or something like that?
Sure. Yeah. Once I got it, I'll send you a link.
Okay, that's great. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Very interesting guy, huh?